Yeah.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand that part of your life where you were on the X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
You got famous. You're in the band One Direction. You guys have hit songs. It's all blowing up and everything. But yet you moved in with James Corden's manager or something.
Yeah, he's the exec producer.
What's that guy's name?
Ben Winston.
You're good friends with James, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a decent guy, James. I've had him on the show a few times.
A couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And James's manager and you become friends.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of you saying, hey, I'll go live in a hotel, or I've got some money now, I could go certainly get my own place. You move into this guy's attic. What the fuck was going on there? What were you thinking? Like, were you lonely and you wanted to be around this guy?
I was really tight with money. I didn't want to buy a hotel.
No, seriously, what? Because I would think, was that you trying to hold on to something normal?
I think, well, Ben was making a documentary with the band, and I'd met him. We'd met a couple times. Like, he tells the story of me asking to move in with him, and I cannot believe that I would have the gall to ask him after only spending a couple of days with him.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he offered, but I was moving. I'd got a house in his area, like 5 minutes from his place, and I'd moved out of my last place. And I basically had like 2 weeks where I was, going to do some painting and stuff in the house. And the painting turned into like ripping the insides out and
as it always does.
Full thing.
Right.
Yeah. So I moved in for a planned 2 weeks, and I'd never met his wife. We met for like coffee just so I'd met her and stuff. And yeah, 2 weeks just turned into 18 months.
So you turn to the wife and you go, listen, I'm going to move into your attic.
Pretty much.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and at the
Here
time,
you are in a big band, One Direction, you're a success, and you're living in some dude's attic.
It's like living in the little suburbs. Yeah, it was great. But when I moved in, they'd only just recently moved in. There was nothing really in the attic, so I just kind of took my mattress from my flat and threw it on the floor in the attic.
Wow.
And I had that for about maybe like 9 months, and then eventually I got a bed. But it was great. I feel like for me, it was probably the best move I ever made. I think I'd moved away from my family. I had like some feeling of family. We never really talked about work, so I'd go and play like a show in Brazil and come home and just sit and watch TV with them.
And you didn't feel uncomfortable?
No.
And if you were ill, they would take care of you?
Yeah, if I was ill and they were working, like Ben's mum would come around and bring me some soup.
But people are really nice to you. I had the complete opposite life than you.
Right.
Yeah, when I was sick, nobody took care of me. And no one was letting me in their attic. I'm telling you. But,
no, but it was like, I feel also, like I moved to London, I was in the band, we're traveling, and suddenly there's no rules. And even as simple as they have like a kosher house. So I moved in, I didn't really get it.
Right.
And the first week I ordered like a pepperoni pizza. And they made me sit on the bench outside to eat it. So I'm like sitting outside and it was freezing cold. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to eat bacon while I'm here.
Maybe you were desirous. I mean, I'm getting psychological here, but maybe you were desirous of, now that you could have anything you wanted in the world, in a sense. You had money, you had fame, there was women, there's all kinds of things. Whatever you want. Here were people willing to set up rules and say no to you. Yeah,
and I think a lot of them, like some of them were their rules and some of them were self-enforced. I think I moved in with them right at the time when I like started going out in London and drinking, and you could go into bars and, little members clubs and get hammered and then go home. And I think so many of those parties in London, there's like that 2 a.m. cut-off where half the party goes upstairs to do cocaine and half of them leave. And, you're kind of like thrown into this thing, and I'm kind of there and I'm like, well, I don't know his wife well enough to go back like off my face. So I should go home,
It kept you grounded.
I feel like it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, maybe.